What's up, everybody? I'm doing this video because I kind of screwed up. I was trying to do a Google Hangout, and I tried a couple of different times. And what I did was do a broadcast, apparently, where no one else can participate. It was only basically like it was my show, and people can only watch, which I didn't want to do. And what that does is when I'm done broadcasting, it automatically uploads it to my YouTube channel, which there was nothing there. It was literally me just fumbling around on my laptop here in a hotel room, not even saying anything. So I didn't even realize it had done that. So there was a couple of nonsense videos on my channel, even though some of you seem to think that all of my videos are nonsense, but screw you guys, I don't even care. So I guess I'll do this video for you guys here. I didn't want to get anybody excited to see what was going on, because I've been getting a lot of messages and things like that on Facebook and email and stuff. People want to know what's going on. I haven't made a video in a while, and even though my last video, it really wasn't informative on what I was doing. Pardon my awkward breathing, and I may sound a little bit differently. I'm just getting over bronchitis and a cold at the moment. So bear with me. You see I'm in a hotel room right now, and that's because I got fired. Got fired from the oil field because I had a backing accident. I was backing onto an oil well, and I hit one of the big containers that we blow off all the sand into, and I spilled sand all over the oil well. Yeah, that didn't happen. I just paused a few minutes there just so all the haters can go back to their Facebook pages, their truck driver report websites and all of this, and I know how they like to do. Most of the ones they hear that, they click off and just go talk crap. Well, that's how they do. So, I gotta feed the trolls once in a while. But no, that didn't happen. I actually got fired for doing the interview for 2020. I did my interview, and I'm not sure, I believe it was another truck driver. He had called the company I was working for up in the oil fields, asking, what the heck's camera crew doing around your driver? Now the company I leased, I worked for an owner-operator who leased his trucks onto a company. That company automatically assumed that I was doing an interview on fracking, which is a big controversial issue. A lot of folks don't like fracking. A lot of folks do like fracking, thus the controversy. And the fine folks up in the oil and gas industry really don't appreciate any media attention to their business whatsoever. So they let me go. So that was okay. I had opportunities to come back over the road. Actually, a good friend of mine named Kevin, he hired me back over the road. His company over there in Grand Rapids, Michigan, a company called Sunset Logistics. Great company to work for. I was there for 6 weeks, something like that, and they ran the crap out of me, and it was a really good company. However, they don't offer any owner-operator program. And when I say program, I'm not talking about a lease purchase or anything like that, because it's not what I'm looking to do. I don't think a lease purchase is the worst thing you can do in the world. Definitely not the smartest. However, that company I was with, they don't hire owner-operators, period. So I found a company, which I researched for a little while. Found a company that I liked, put in the application, talked to the people over here, and yeah, I got hired in. I'm gonna be a company driver here for, I don't know, a couple months maybe. Really get down the feel of the company, how they operate, where they operate. The heck is this? Antivirus has found the virus. Remove it. Get rid of it. Don't even ask. Just remove it. But yeah, in a couple months I'll be heading to a dealership to buy my own truck. I'm gonna finance it. I don't have 50 to 80 grand just laying around, but I'm gonna put down a decent down payment and finance the rest and become an owner operator. I did the whole lease purchase deal with Warner, which really Warner was not a bad program. I can't talk bad about that, but because there really was nothing lease about it. However, Warner just didn't pay enough, and the miles were too inconsistent to really get ahead. So, however, I think if there's better communication over there, it would be a pretty good program. But yeah, now I'm in a hotel. It's Sunday night now. Tomorrow I start orientation. I am in Indianapolis, and going to work for a reefer company. This is not our main terminal, so by telling you Indianapolis and a reefer company, you will never get where I'm working. However, I will tell you guys what I'm working in upcoming videos, so stay tuned. Before I associate my YouTube with a company, I would like to find out on my own if they're decent or not, because it doesn't matter what you do, you get so many eyes looking at you, especially in a very niche group of professionals who do watch these videos, these types of videos. You're going to see a huge fluctuation in opinions on, could be any company out there. It's just the same thing I saw on the internet, those websites and things. There was a bunch of people who said they were the greatest thing since sliced bread. Then there was another half of them who said stay away from this company, they're the worst company in the whole country, blah blah blah. So you kind of got to sift out the crap from the genuine responses. I'm sure there's disgruntled people and probably some recruiters pretending to be drivers, who knows. But basically you got to sift through the crap and just talk to the company. And one thing I liked about them is they gave me everything in writing or electronic writing. They sent me emails. They promised me we'll put down everything in the email that they promised me, which I liked. So I said, all right, let's give it a shot. It was actually real close between this company and another company, which I'm probably going to mention them too in some upcoming videos. I'm still communicating with that other company. Because they would like to hire me, but I made my decision to come here, and I know they're kind of hoping that it doesn't work out here for me, but it's kind of crummy keeping moving company to company. And like I said, the only reason I left the other company, Sunset Grand Rapids, was just because they don't offer the owner-op thing, and that's what I want to do. So I made the decision to leave, obviously. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys out there may keep asking, how the hell can I find a job with what I did, my whole incident with K&B? There's plenty of companies who know about that, and I'm sure without a doubt that there's a whole lot of companies out there that probably would never consider hiring me. They might even get nervous when I drive by their terminals. But there's a ton of companies. I have over 20, in fact, in my email that gave me opportunities to drive for them, basically saying that they had nothing to hide and they weren't worried about receiving bad publicity on YouTube or social media, just because of how they operate. And they're confident that if I do have an issue with something, that it would be resolved. Which was the problem with K&B, was that video was sent to safety. Safety said there was no problem with it, and it went on from there. So I just decided to upload it to YouTube. And also, I've had a lot of people who either don't understand or refuse to understand what happened the straw that broke the camel's back that night. I made the ugly truth of trucking was the 2 stacked brakes, but that's part of trucking, of course. Once in a while these things happen. It's to be expected with any driving job. However, this was months in the making. You could actually go back into my previous vlogs before the ugly truth of trucking, and I mentioned quite regularly how my schedule worked, about how much my schedule flip-flopped, how many times I would only do 50 to 200 miles and then have to do another 10-hour break. And I mean, it wasn't even like once a week, it was multiple times a week. And it just, after 8 months, I mean, that kind of came to head in that ugly truth of trucking video. But that's really not the point of the video. It doesn't matter why I was tired. The moment that I told someone in authority at the company that I felt unsafe to drive, that should have been end of discussion. They should have fired me. They should have never told me to drive and just fired me if I was such a bad employee. But in fact, I left K&B, and they rehired me. So I mean, yeah, that tells you what kind of driver I was. But anyways, that's getting off the point of this video. But yeah, no, I've been back over the road now for, I don't know, I was with Sunset for, like I said, 6 weeks, maybe 6 weeks and a couple of days, something like that. And yeah, now I'm starting off with this company. So I do plan on getting back to the truck driving vlogs, like how I previously was doing them. I wanted to do some with that other company, but I knew pretty quickly that I wasn't going to stay there, just because they didn't offer what I was looking for. I mean, had I wanted to stay a company driver, would have never left. I mean, in those 6 weeks, I ran just over 20,000 miles. So I mean, they ran me, and it was a very small company. It only had 55 trucks, and it was a pretty good atmosphere and environment to be in. However, just plain and simple, they didn't offer what I was looking for, so I had to leave. And yeah, with all the publicity of all these things and all these offers, and me actually being able to pick and choose what I want to do and where I want to go, I mean, I'm sure I mean, more companies have reached out to me than most drivers will have companies reach out to them in their entire career, multi-million drivers. Which, I mean, I appreciate it, and it's really awesome. A lot of companies telling me wanted me to work for them, basically saying they'd never put me in a bad situation like that. So I really appreciate all of that. But I don't know, it's getting pretty late now, and I need to take my NyQuil and fold some laundry and go to bed and be in the orientation by 7 a.m. tomorrow. So I will keep you guys updated. Probably a couple more days when I get my truck, or maybe after my last day of orientation or something. I'll post a new video. But I know you can definitely look forward to more truck driving vlogs, which I'm pretty excited about doing. I always enjoy doing those, taking you guys throughout my day. So just a little heads up for that in the future. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. So that's it for now. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see some more truck driving vlogs in the future, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this particular video, hit the like button. I would appreciate that very much. And as always, guys, run hard and get paid.